So this is a video for a quick overview of the notes that we took today on finding the volume of a cylinder. So the volume V of a cylinder is the product of the area of the base and the height of the cylinder. So I know immediately product suggests multiplication to me. And if we see here V equals B, which is the area of the base, times H, which is the height of the cylinder. And the height we could see is this long side right here. But if we look at the area of the base is shaped like a circle. So if I wanted to find the area of just this circular base, I would use the formula A equals pi r squared, because that's how I find the area of a circle. So if the base is a circle and the area of a circle is pi r squared, then I'm able to say the area of the base is equal to pi r squared. Therefore, I can substitute it here as V equals pi r squared times H. So let's look at some examples of real-life cylinders. So we have, an oil barrel, a chimney, pans, test tubes, and you would use the same volume formula to find the volume of each of these objects. So if we recall our formula, V equals pi r squared times H. So here I have my radius, because R is radius of the circle. And the radius is half of the diameter here. R is equal to 3 meters. The height, H, is given to us as 6 meters. So I can use these values, plug into my formula for volume. And I'm going to use 3.14 instead of pi. So I'm going to substitute 3.14 for pi times 3 squared, because the radius is 3, times 6, because the height is 6 meters. Now, due to order of operations, I have to do my exponents, E, first. So 3 squared is 9, and then I get 9 times 6. So V is equal to 3.14 times 54, which I know by using my calculator is equal to 169.56 meters cubed, cubic meters. If I wanted to round to the nearest tenth, I would say the volume is around 169.6 cubic meters, because 0.56 is greater than 5, therefore I'm going to round up. Let's look at another one. So we are given the height here is 15 feet. The radius, which is 4 feet, and we have to find the volume with this information that we're given. Volume is equal to pi times the radius squared times the height of the cylinder. And here I just substitute in what I'm given. 3.14 times 4 squared times 15. Volume equals 3.14 times 16 times 15. So now if we use our calculator, we find the volume of this cylinder is equal to 753.6 cubic feet. And there is the solution. Pretty straightforward once you get used to finding the information that you're given in the problem, finding these values and just plugging them into the formula. So, but what if I wanted to leave my answer with pi? What if you're on a non-calculator section of a test and you have to find the volume of a cylinder? It would take an exorbitant amount of time to multiply everything by 3.4. So what we're going to do is something just a little bit different, but still follow the same rules. So I start with my formula, volume equals pi r squared times H. So I know my radius is 9 feet. So I can plug that in. I know my height here is 6 feet, and I can plug that in as well. Now, if the volume is equal to pi times 81 times 6, you're able to do 81 times 6 over on your scrap paper and get 486. So then you just write V equals 486 pi cubic feet. And that's what you leave as your answer. And I did that without using a calculator. So remember that. If you're taking the NJSLA or taking another test, don't use a calculator, just write your answer with pi. So here is something that's a little bit different. Here I'm given the volume of the cylinder. I'm given the diameter. And I'm given an unknown height. So what can I do with this information? I don't know the radius and I don't know the height, but I do know that the diameter is 10, and half of the diameter is the radius, because that would be this section right here. So if my diameter is 10, 10 divided by 2 is 5, therefore I know the radius is 5 inches. And I also know that the volume is equal to 314 cubic inches. So what I can do is start with my formula. The volume is equal to pi r squared times height. I can substitute here. 314 cubic inches is equal to pi times 5 squared times h. When I simplify this, this is going to come out to 25 pi h. Now what do I do? If I need to find the height, I need to get h by itself. So I'm going to divide by 25 pi. Actually, let's back up just a sec. I just realized that I did not substitute 3.14 for pi. And now I'm doing that. So 314 cubic inches is 3.14 times 5 squared times h. 3.14 times 25 times h. So 3.14 times 25 using my calculator, I get 78.5 times h, because that's still our unknown variable. So now in order to get h by itself, I divide by 78.5 and 314 divided by 78.5 is equal to 4 inches is our height. Okay, so if you have other questions, please feel free to contact us and continue on with notes by yourself and see what you can do. You should have a lot of information and you can figure it out by now. All right, good job.